Hello, listening people.
Hello.
You're listening to Spit and Polish presents Unappreciated Masterpieces. I'm Ryan Sliwinski.
And I'm... Bartek.
Bartek?
Bartek.
Is it written like it's pronounced?
It's not a CK at the end, it's just a K, but otherwise, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you got it there.
The B isn't silent. It's not like the word dumb. The B is,
the B is there,
to be pronounced.
And so's the dumb. No, I'm kidding. We are Spit and Polish likingly because we are always spitting, and yes, we both happen to be Polish. Is that not right, Bartek?
Yes, in fact, I think it's time to spit... No, we still got a few minutes.
We still got a few minutes, and then, once we've relaxed, you're just going to spit onto the mic, like
Ryan Holland's time, and you're going to drop everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
But you guys have to drop everything because you're listening to our show Unappreciated Masterpieces, which is, of course, a show in which we do the feature-length audio commentaries for movies that seemingly don't deserve a commentary. Movies that some may say are obscure, but I say they are not obscure, they are just unappreciated.
I got all that from the title of the show, yeah.
I figured that, and they're a masterpiece, because really, at the end of the day, isn't every film a masterpiece? I mean, someone had a camera, and if it was in focus, well, not all films have to be in focus. It depends what the filmmaker's intent is.
So, Ryan, what do you say when the film's an animated film? Do they have cameras that need to be in focus?
Well, no, but they do have animating that they have to do on a level. Plus, we haven't done an animated movie. Is that a hint that we're doing one today?
Ooh, it could be.
Bartek, what is the unappreciated masterpiece we'll be covering in this episode? Could it be an unappreciated animated movie, finally?
Well, Ryan, I'm going to tell you, because I remember the title, unlike my name. The film that we are doing today is Pozdrowienia z Paryża.
Ah, of course. You see, this is the part of the show in which I have to reveal, as a Polish person, I do not speak Polish because I'm not.
And I have to be shocked. Yep.
You're shocked. Go on. That was good. That was it. That was it.
Should I try again?
Yeah, give it another take, man. I want you to be real shocked. I'm not Polish. I don't speak Polish.
Oh.
Don't sound too aroused while doing it.
Was that not good as well?
It was. I'll let you pass on that one, but next episode you're gonna have to really, shock my pants off with how shocked you are.
I'm gonna add in a little whoo.
Yeah, woo! Don't overcook it because I don't know what you said. I don't speak Polish. You're saying the title.
Pozdrowienia z Paryża.
Don't know it.
Oh, right. That's right.
Don't speak Polish. We just went through this. I mean,
let me just check the book.
Man.
This is the part where I say it in English, and then you have to be shocked.
Okay.
Right. The film that we are doing, Pozdrowienia z Paryża, is From Paris with Love.
From Paris with Love.
Mm-hmm.
The great Jonathan Rhys Meyers movie. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
That's all of his name. I'm not.
He didn't direct it, but yeah.
Well, no.
Apparently, it's a stage name.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently his last name's something less interesting, but yeah.
Jones or something. Whoa,
and he's I think he's Irish or something.
And our boy, John Travolta.
Jonathan Travolta?
Is John short for Jonathan Travolta?
I'm guessing. I have no idea.
It could be just John. Some people just have it that way, man. I don't know. He's a Scientologist. I don't know where he rolls.
He's not a scientist.
He's a Scientologist.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's also a pilot. John Travolta.
Oh, good job.
Good job, John.
GJ.
Let's just give him a round of applause.
Right, what year is this film from?
The year of the film? I don't remember.
Me neither. That's alright.
It's from the year where John Travolta went bald for us.
Hold on, can we contact a third person who might know the answer?
Yeah, I would love to hear from our special guest for this episode, but who are they? Are they Polish?
Oh, so the third person's a guest?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is... if you're not a lady or gentleman, you too.
Pet,
just letting you know.
Whatever one you want to identify as.
Things. Please put your hands together for our special guest, Stefan Bradley.
Hi, Stefan.
Hello. For all the love, everyone. From 2010, this movie came, by the way.
Only 8 years ago, as we are recording this. What a time to be alive. Remember 2010? Pretty sure the recession was happening then.
That started in the one with the 8 in it.
Yeah, but it was still going, right?
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Good on John. And Stefan, are you Polish?
No, definitely not.
What are you?
I mean, I've tried. Bartek knows that I've tried.
We've all
to speak
tried.
Polish, but, I can't even say his name properly at this point.
Look, repeat
No
after
one
me.
can.
Pozdrowienia z Paryża.
Go on.
From Paris with Love.
He nailed it!
Whoa.
Whoa! So what you guys have to do at home, for those of you not in the know, and that's okay, because if you're new, welcome. We have a copy of the film with us. You should have a copy of the film as well. If you don't, that's fine, but we are a format where we do a commentary along with the film, so, just keep that in mind. Because I'm going to do a countdown, and when I say play, you're going to press play, and you're going to be hopefully synced up with us as we do a commentary track for the film and talk about why we think this is an unappreciated masterpiece. So get your copy ready.
Spoiler alert, the answer is because it is.
So get your copy ready, because we're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yay!
That was a yay from Bartek, and a yay from the audience, and a yay from Stefan, just quietly,
I'm just really happy, Ryan, because your subtitles are giving us greetings.
Greetings! With exclamation marks before and after.
Yeah,
The
3
cogs
before,
are
3
spinning.
after.
Hello, Lions Gate. Aren't you the Saw guys? Are they the Saw guys?
I
don't know.
haven't watched a single Saw movie in my life.
Oh, well, they're
I haven't-
definitely underappreciated, every single one of them.
I haven't saw it either.
I mean, aren't there like 12 of them?
There's 8.
Does that include
Whoa.
the newest one
That's
that's
more
just called
Rocky.
Jigsaw?
Yeah, the new one,
Rocky.
Jigsaw. The first one came out, if I recall, 2003. So I'm just
Wow.
didn't even realize how old
The
they were.
only thing I remember about the Saw movies is I'm forgetting her name, but the woman from the TV show Becca. Linda?
Oh, the one who plays.
Linda?
Yeah, she plays.
She's in them, has a very interestingly weird character. I think, isn't she the one in the first one where it's like, you're a drug addict, so your punishment is you must dig through used needles. And it's like, what a great punishment for a drug addict. I mean, clearly addiction is your fault.
Well, spoiler alert.
She's evil, right?
She becomes evil. That would be in Saw 2.
Isn't everyone in Saw evil, basically? If you aren't dead, aren't you evil? Like,
Yeah,
there's
if
no
you
in-between ground, there's no actual good guy.
It seems that if you survive the Saw movies, you actually don't become a better person.
You become
which is the first. You just become
Fucking
evil.
evil.
By the way, listening people, in this episode, one of us 3 is the evil one. At the end,
Spoiler alert,
we'll reveal who it is at the end.
Spoiler alert, it will be all of us. It'll be like, you are actually listening to the Mirrorverse episode of Spin and Polish, where
This
we're
was-
all evil.
This was Spit and Evil.
So,
Look, Kasia.
we are, yes,
It's a Polish name.
and that is correct. That was my Polish fact, that the lead actress is actually Polish.
Yeah.
And that was a convincing French actress. I assumed she was just a French woman.
But no, she's actually Polish. You were
Very
100%
convincing.
wrong on this. She's
I
Polish.
was.
Stefan, correct.
Did you
I don't know.
notice her accent? Do you think it was convincing French accent, or did you notice any kind of
I didn't
twangs of Polish?
Didn't really hear much twangs of Polish, no.
Oh, well, she nailed it.
Yeah.
I think at the start, it's actually really exaggerated. Then at the end, she's just like, nah.
At the end, she's like, I'm a terrorist.
like,
Spoiler alert for the end of the movie.
Oh,
by the way.
no.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers is the lead star of the movie. This is his second time on our show, I do believe.
Is it?
Bend it like Beckham.
Ah, or was he the coach?
He was the coach.
Oh,
really?
That's...
He-
it's like 100 episodes ago.
He often is, I do believe he gets mistaken for Paul Bettany, who is Jarvis in the Iron Man movies,
or
and now the Vision.
Yeah.
Or the guy from Master and Commander with Mel Gibson. Very good actor. But Jonathan Rhys Meyers, he was the coach love interest in Bend Her Around Like Beckham, and now
Convert
he's
them like Dave.
yeah, and now he's back here with a nice picture of Barack Obama behind his desk. I didn't notice the first time round watching.
Does he have a crush?
Barack Obama was smiling, and it's not that, there's this meme going around of Barack Obama where it's just like his eyes, like he has these really like intensely sad looking eyes, and people just crop them, and there's like they add that to the end of a conversation, like, dude, I'm feeling sad right now, and then it's just a picture of Barack Obama's eyes. Well, that's the opposite. He's very happy in the background of this, almost as happy as this guy was at being defeated in a game of chess. Look at him. He's like, come back. I want to see how you did it. Dude, he just moved his guy there. Figure out the moves. I don't play chess.
I always love the trope of, like, I'm confident, and then next thing that happens is checkmate.
Checkmate.
It's like you've only got one piece. Like you could probably figure that out.
And you got to pay attention of the chess because it's a very important. It's for a very important character moment near the end.
This movie is nothing but a game of chess.
I
really.
play
Exactly.
the game of this movie.
Oh, metaphors.
Now, the movie introduces us to our character played by Jonathan Rhys Meyers, who works at the embassy for the American Embassy in France.
That's right.
He also is a secret agent man,
Yeah, some sort of low-level operative.
and his job for the last little while is just to swap license plates. That's like all they need him for.
Yeah, you can tell he's low-level. He can't even do a tie properly, unfortunately.
No, he
So-
can't. Well, he undid his tie because he just had a wicked game of chess.
Because it was choking him.
It's like I need oxygen to my brain because I
look,
need to
if you
think
think
how I'm going
about
to
it-
defeat this elderly old man at chess.
Well, if you think about it, guys, chess is always like kind of equated to like a battlefield kind of thing. Who goes to battlefields wearing ties?
John Travolta, because he and the lead actress were both in Battlefield Earth.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I did not know that. I did not read the
yeah.
YouTube comments.
No. Spoiler for the YouTube comment.
No, I said I didn't read the YouTube comments.
Oh, he didn't. So
Oh no, now they know that I'm the evil one, don't they?
shit.
Or am I?
Spit!
Ah. Oh, that's right, it's time. Oh shit, we're a bit late.
We're a bit late. I didn't hear it from Stefan, but
Well,
he's not spin
Stefan
Polish. He's
isn't
guessed.
Polish. Stefan, you've got some. Do you have some French ancestry? Are you like part Mauritian or
Part
something?
Mauritian, yes. So part of my family does speak French, but I do not. So when
You're
we
like me.
when we have our
French
what?
get-togethers.
yeah Mauritian get-togethers and we have our podcast, which we certainly do.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
also have this running joke about how Mauritian can't even speak Mauritian, Creole, or French.
And then
Yeah.
everyone laughs in French though because that's a universal laugh.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if that was the universal laugh, like that exaggerated? Like aliens come to Earth and they're like, bleep bloop bleep bloop, and that translates to "We want to speak to your leader," and then the leader, like Barack Obama, is still a leader because please let him come back as the world leader. No, get Nicolas Sarkozy. He would be great because he was sleazy. Get him, and he would be like, oh, and the aliens be like, oh, and we're like, hey, French laughter is universal laughter. We found out a connection with the aliens. The French were aliens all along. That's why they knew to build the Eiffel Tower.
Why do you think you can't understand what they're saying?
I don't know. I don't speak French either.
That's because they speak French.
Fucking aliens, man.
And if you are French listening to this, the question doesn't apply to you.
The
so don't answer
question
it.
really is like,
Look, Eiffel Tower.
oh, that's a foreshadowing to a scene later on
So
in the movie.
this is set clearly in. We've now learnt that this is set in Paris.
Or it could be set in Las Vegas, where they have their own little. Is it Las Vegas that has?
It has all the like monuments.
Like,
Yeah. Or in Japan
couldn't
where they
remember if-
have the Tokyo Tower, or in Melbourne where we have our own as well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we do. We have that radio tower, whatever it
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
That colourful one in the night.
So, Jonathan Rhys Meyers in this movie is secret agent man who flips license plates and listens to intense jazz music, or the soundtrack makes him listen to it when he's near a lamp that's bugged. Now, I'm going to ask the obvious question that I always ask at this point: what is our history with this film, Stefan?
Oh, well, actually, it was last night. I was busy all week. My excuse. So I was like, okay, well, I have to watch the movie. It's tomorrow. So it's like 10 o'clock at night. I was watching random stuff on YouTube before. Very important work. But then I was like, okay, got to watch the movie now. And then my internet kind of ran out of data.
That explains the YouTube problem.
Yeah, so either I wait till 2 a.m. when it's off peak, when I have to go to work this morning, or I do something else, which is And I decided to do something else, which was drive to the nearest internet cafe and watch it.
Yes, that's so French. That is so. And you enjoyed the film?
Yeah, you know what? I actually did like it. I liked it quite a bit, especially John Travolta, and especially this because I was in the internet cafe and they start kissing and I started thinking, God, everyone's gonna think I'm watching porn or something.
Yeah, because when I see on a screen two people lightly kissing, I think porn.
Well, at least you weren't watching the Flintstones. You know that they sleep in the same bed?
Did they?
Fred and Wilma? Yeah, that's like the big...
That's
wasn't-
too ahead of its
like
time.
the big fun fact
He
of
wasn't watching the Addams Family, was he? Because they were the first non-asexual couple on TV, and oh boy, people would see them kissing on the arm, and they'll be like, "Oh, Stefan's watching a black and white porno."
Like, oh no, Stefan's watching the anime. Oh, he's turning it off. He's watching the Flintstones. This guy's a deviant.
It's all I had in the day, back in the 50s before I had the internet,
Oh, foreshadowing, she's wearing shoes.
She's not naked.
The
Oh
orange
yeah,
shoes.
foreshadowing, she's not naked. So, had you heard of the film before having to do it for this show?
No, when Bartek said, "Oh, we're considering From Paris with Love," I was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Is that like some sort of James Bond porno parody set in France? Because if it is, I'm in."
And it wasn't. So you
I was
I had
like-
to lie and say yes.
I mean, at this point, I still did, because like
Yeah.
the curtain, with the wearing the curtain. See, look, it's definitely porn-like. So, and I was like, okay, I'm in this internet cafe. There is like an actual function going on in this internet cafe. It's actually someone's 21st. It was a Saturday.
Imagine if it was actually an embassy meeting in the cafe, and the guy points a gun at Stefan, and he gives him this big, huge speech about love, and Stefan's like, "Dude, I'm not watching a porno," and then shoots him in the head anyway.
And only the French guy, part of the meeting, is like, "What? He's just watching From Paris with Love."
Yeah. And then
My favorite
then he
non-French
gets
French movie.
And then he
And
gets
then-
into his UFO.
I was gonna say, he gets transporter beamed out of there, like Leonard Nimoy in The Simpsons. My job here is done. You didn't do anything. Didn't I, though? So, Bartek, what about you?
Yes, everyone listen to Bartek's story. His story. History, that's a joke. My history is...
It took me a little time.
Yes, that's why I explained it. That's Bartek explains the joke. My history with this film is I'd never heard of it.
Oh. Did you know literally nothing about it?
When I googled it just to make sure that it was a movie, I saw that...
I just said to you, hey, let's do it From Paris with Love. And you're like, that's not a movie. I don't believe him until I Google it.
Look,
Oh, it is.
every week I have this, like, this process where I have to not
Routine.
believe Ryan about movies that exist, even if I've seen them before, and then I have to just prove that they exist.
And,
But yeah, I saw that John Travolta was in. I'm like, oh, finally, Ryan can be in an episode that John Travolta is in the movie.
yay. And now it's time for my history. I had heard of this film before. I remember the trailers very vividly. The trailers highlighted the Royale with cheese moment quite a lot.
Okay.
Because that's a reference to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, there was a point
John
in this.
Travolta's comeback movie.
Yeah, there was a point in this film where I was like, oh wait, this is John Travolta in France. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna have a joke like that.
And they had a few times where they joke like that. Oh, the thing fell off the table. Watch out. That's not my history. That's just what's happening in the movie.
Yeah.
And I never saw it. I remember the trailers. I remember it looked like fun, goofy action in France with John Travolta being bold with a goatee and he looked fucking crazy. He's like, all the trailers was like him murdering people and being like, yeehaw! And looking like an absolute, like, annoying American in France. And that seemed like the setup was like, how much of an aggravating American character can we stick in France? Let's get John Travolta. Because the one thing that you always got from Pulp Fiction was, wouldn't he have been really annoying to hang out with as that arrogant American in Europe? Well, this movie was like, yes, it would be. Let's times 10 that. And make him bald. By the way, John, if you're listening to this, stay bald, mate. I think you look good bald. I mean, don't worry about your hair, man. Like, just stay bald. You look good. You have a good bald head. But my history was I'd never seen the movie before. I was excited. I had vague memories. One of my friends from my hometown, this girl I know, she's such a girly girl, and she just said to me one time a couple years ago, she's like, have you seen that John Travolta movie? And I'm like, which one? And she's like, the one where he's got guns. And I'm like, God, you're gonna have to narrow this down. You're gonna have to narrow this down.
It's not Grease.
It could be Grease too.
I don't think it's Old Dogs. Really?
He's not in Grease.
Well, I know he's. I knew that, but I heard the gun bit, and that's what I was asking.
Come on, Kaneki.
Is
If
he in
anyone,
it?
yeah, he's in the second one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
I think it's like pretty much everyone except for the main two are in Grease too.
I've only heard that the principal is. Still
Oh,
in the
Rizzo's
film.
in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I
Lots
never
of
knew
people
that.
in it. It's just Michelle Pfeiffer and another guy.
Okay.
Speaking of grease, is this like actual blood? Because like we
No,
make a
it's
joke that it's sauce, but what if it was like actually blood and she was
Because
hiding it with
spoiler
sauce?
alert for those not in the From Paris with Love fandom, his fiance Caroline, not Carolyn, Caroline
Or Caroline.
or Caroline, sweet Caroline, Papa is actually a terrorist spy.
What?
And Stefan's raising a good point. Could she have murdered someone and pretended it was sauce? And she's actually serving him like a man to eat?
And her motivation is what, for the lols?
No, because she's fucking Hannibal Lecter. I mean, what do you think? Wouldn't it? I just want to state this for the record. I didn't know anything about the plot either,
Yeah.
like you guys. I didn't know the reveal at the end. It actually did take me by surprise, the twist. I mean, it's not a huge, big M. Night Shyamalan twist where she's the terrorist and all of that, but it didn't mean that it didn't take me by surprise, because the film's constructed in a way in which we're Jonathan Rhys Meyers. We barely know what's fucking happening half the time, other than John Travolta's fucking nuts, but he's a guy who gets the job done, whatever that job was.
Was there like another subtle hint in that line there where she said, "Oh, I didn't cook. It's takeout."
Oh my god, she's gonna take him outside and give him food. You got it, Stefan. You absolutely nailed it.
Take it out. Take him out.
No, it's a weird one because she's a secret terrorist, and now having to watch it for the second time, I'm just looking at her like, oh, you're such a fucking terrorist. This chick, look at her.
You cultist.
Cultist,
Well, isn't she?
I guess. Terrorist.
She like met a man that like converted her to his ambiguous faith.
Yeah.
some
They
sort.
didn't say Islam especially because why would they? This was just 9 years after 9/11.
Why is she listening to his shoulder?
Because she's planning a bug on him.
Ah.
She already did that. It's in the ring, man.
Yeah.
Come on. So, Bartek.
Ryan, did you have more to say regarding the girl who was telling you about the John Travolta film
Oh,
with
yes,
guns?
yes. Her whole point was, have you seen that movie with John Travolta with guns? No, I haven't. What's that movie? Oh, he references the cheeseburger line. Is it Pulp Fiction, I ask her. She had to think for a solid 5 to 10 minutes and go, no, he's old and bold in it. And I actually went, From Paris with Love. I actually knew immediately what the movie was with that description, because when do we see bold Travolta? Outside
I
this
don't
movie.
know.
Exactly. Never. So,
It took me a while to actually recognize that it was him.
yes. It didn't for me because I heard his voice instantly, like, it's him.
And clearly you knew he was bold years ago.
I also knew he was one of the leads in the movie.
Well, I did too, but I forgot because, we've been watching the movie all up till this point and no Travolta, so it wasn't sticking out in my mind.
Stefan, on our show, we have covered, Bartek has had the joy of covering 2 other John Travolta-led movies, Old
Yes.
Dogs and Wild Hogs. Very good movies.
The same director.
Yeah. Are you at all a fan of John Travolta and the work he has been a part of?
Honestly, I don't really know much about it. I've seen Grease like 20 years ago. I can't even remember.
20 years ago, he was
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know how old Stefan is, I'm guessing.
And yeah, I did see Wild Hogs in the cinema, actually. I think, Bartek, you might have been there when we saw it, maybe.
I didn't see it in the cinema, but I know that you've liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty funny.
It had Bill H. Macy, so yeah.
If he was in it, then yeah,
It's
I would have
Will
liked
Macy,
it.
Ryan.
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, yeah, another movie I saw like 20 years ago.
Boy in the Bubble?
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Fun fact, that's the one where he plays the boy in the bubble. And we did the film
Oh.
Bubble Boy, in which somebody, don't want to name names, on iTunes gave us a nice review on that episode saying, I thought this was the John Travolta movie, and gave us like 2 stars because they were upset that we didn't do the John Travolta
I haven't
TV
seen
movie.
this review. Is this a
We
new
didn't do
one?
the John Travolta TV movies. Sorry, we don't do TV movies. We do feature movies from the cinema.
Feature length from the cinema.
Well, the
What
length
about
is,
Saturday? Was it his other one?
Saturday Night
Fever.
I said live, yeah.
Saturday Night Live with John Travolta. I want my cans. That was a good impression, I admit. So here we are introduced to Charlie Wax, John Travolta being fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think it was around this point that I realized it was him.
when he said motherfucker, and you're like,
Well, no,
oh, that's him.
when I got a good look at his face, yeah.
This is where the tone of the movie just totally changes. It comes from this, like you were saying before we went on, super serious movie to now it's a comedy.
Yeah, well, I couldn't tell when I first watched this if the first, 15 minutes was supposed to be comedic or serious, because you have moments like him trying to put license plates on and the music's like and then it's like him looking at his like paperwork underneath a lamp and it's just like intensely annoying over the top wanky jazz music.
Yeah.
And then you have him like trying to stick the bug underneath the table and the gum doesn't work and you have the music being like, this is serious
Yeah,
but it's played like goofy.
When I was watching that first scene where he was changing the license plates and afterwards like he got the call saying like you did a good job, I actually had to rewind and say like, did I miss something? Like
He put license plates on.
I was like, oh, that was it. Okay.
They needed to tell him. It's okay, because this film has a lot of layers. It took me, like, near the last 10 minutes to realize John Travolta had an earring, and I didn't notice the earring.
I honestly did not even notice it until you just mentioned it, actually.
Reminds me
Didn't
of
even
Paul Rudd in The X, where he rocks up with one earring in his ear. So it's good to see men representing the earring. I can't remember what it is. It's like that thing, right? Where it's like if you wear an earring in one particular ear, it's like a gay.
I think the left ear?
John's gay.
No, the right ear is the gay ear.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I understand.
Stefan knows. He's like,
Yeah, I know.
Bartek, I know the gay ear scene. It's the right ear.
A few months ago, my brother got an earring.
Who did he get it in the gay ear?
The not gay ear, and I'd forgotten all about that whole thing. So when my dad saw it, he was like, "Oh, good thing you got it in the right ear." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
In the correct
Well,
ear.
in some different places around the world, it could be the left ear could be the gay ear.
When
but
did having one earring make you gay? Was that always a thing?
I don't know.
So you can get identified in clubs, you know.
Did FDR get out of his wheelchair to declare in the Congress, wearing one earring in your right ear means that you're a faggot? And then everyone got up and went, yes, now let's ban marijuana. And then everyone cheered.
What if you have it on the not gay ear, but then you have like the pink triangle from the concentration camps?
Ooh, then conflict, because could the Nazis have been wrong? They look. That's actually the best.
Could they have been wrong? Actually, now that you mention it, they might have been wrong about.
You know what would have been great? You're a gay guy caught by the Nazis, and you're like, oh no, they're gonna find out I'm a flaming gay. Better switch my earring on the other ear. And then the Nazis like, straights, and just pushes him to that other category of the camp. And he's like,
you can be just a political prisoner.
And then he finds like other gay guys. It's like the gay Nazi underground. And he
Well, the Polish guys wouldn't be part of that then.
Well, the gay Nazi underground?
Well, just any of the gay stuff, because they're very homophobic.
Yeah, but they could have been gay Poles.
They could have been, who knows?
They'd
be in big trouble if they were Jewish on top of that.
Gay Jew Poles?
Gay Jew Poles.
Now, did you think this was going to be a pleasant scene in which they just had, like,
little banter?
food? They just had... I actually thought this whole scene was going to be, like, a back-and-forth Tarantino-esque, like, conversation scene.
Just a bit of a chitty chat.
And he's just like, yo, this food, it doesn't even have the sauce on it. And he's like, let me tell you, it's not even from China. It's from America originally. And then he's like, you also say egg in Chinese as done.
Then I'm just like, what the fuck?
In Polish, it's yaiko.
And in English, it's egg.
In Japanese, it's tamago.
They make it longer, man.
I mean, it's not like meant to be an inherently like short word. It's like, oh,
it's
the
egg.
meaning of the food or the either of the object is short word.
Yeah, egg.
And at this point, before the shootout happens, do you think, oh my god, this Charlie Wax guy's just an arsehole who complains about eggs before the shootout happened? Or you thought there was something happening?
No, I thought once a chef came out with a machine gun.
Before that part.
No, I didn't. The only time I thought Charlie Wax was an asshole in the whole entire movie was when he let a whole squad of policemen get exploded when he easily could have saved them. That's the only time in the movie where I thought, fuck you, Charlie. Like, the whole movie I'm like, he's a loose cannon, but he's a loose cannon ways saves lives. And then, oh, no, let's just not save those guys because, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bartek's looking perplexed.
I still like the movie.
I agree. Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
It's just I was remembering like, oh, wasn't it too late? I'm like, oh no,
No,
but
there
before
was-
it was too late, he said don't do it.
Yeah, he's just like, don't do it. It's like, why? We could have been doing it. Oh, burning him with the gun. Nice touch. Now, Bartek, have you ever been to Paris with love?
No, I've never been to Paris.
Never been to Paris?
No, and I've never been with love. To Paris.
I've never been loved either.
No, we're never with love.
Stefan, have you been to Paris with love?
Yeah, well, with my mum and dad. So we
They-
went
they-
to
they-
we went to
they
Paris.
love you. Do you
love
Yeah,
your-
I
do
hope
you
they
love-
love me.
Do you love your parents?
Yeah, I
Okay, that
hope they
counts.
love me back.
Hey, Stefan's parents, if you're listening to this, he loves you. Confirmed.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place. I love the Eiffel Tower, except for all the people trying to sell me shit. But you know,
It's
What's-
capitalism, man.
What's better, Eiffel Tower or the Arc of Triumph?
like a triumph. Well, yeah, obviously the Eiffel Tower. It
You
looks
can-
amazing. You can go up. There's huge lines, but the Arc de Triomphe looks nice too.
You typical casual tourist.
Yes, I am very
Coming
casual.
from Bartek, who hasn't been there.
Yeah,
And of course, I have not been to Paris, and I've not been there with love. I did, on the other hand, think, wouldn't it be great in this action comedy if Jonathan Rhys Meyers had to hold a vase through the whole movie? I thought that was going to happen because he does it for 50% of the movie. I honestly thought, like, you know, there's a scene at the end of this movie where he's in the embassy or whatever and he's trying to stop his wife from blowing herself up. Wouldn't it be even more poignant if he was holding this vase? He's like, loves the answer, look! And drops the vase just to prove that's how much he loves her. And she's like, he dropped the vase, he hasn't gone put down. Oh my god, he does love me.
And then he releases the genie and things get really weird.
Robin Williams genie?
I was thinking of more evil genie, but yeah.
Evil genie? Just like...
Well, some genies in fiction are evil.
Oh, yeah.
just like God, some evil God.
Hell, if you want to go
Jafar,
the
it'll
Aladdin
be-
example, Jafar.
Jafar. Yeah. No, Gilbert Gottfried just pops out. He's like, yes, I'm a genie. I know I was the parrot, but whatever. It's me, Gilbert Gottfried. What do you want? That's my Gilbert Gottfried impression. It was pretty spot on, I want to say.
Iago wouldn't go to Paris.
He might not have a choice.
He wouldn't go to Paris, even if he had a choice.
Yeah, he'd be like, nah, too expensive.
Too expensive.
He's
right?
racist. He hates French.
Does he?
Yeah, he doesn't like baguette.
Didn't you remember the part in Aladdin where he's like, fuck the French?
In the blooper reels at the end of Aladdin, there's Robin Williams like,
It was a
whoa.
deleted scene. The director decided, too
Keep
edgy.
it in. I'm glad that we animated it though. So, we all kind of walked in not knowing what the plot of the movie was, but with the title From Paris with Love, it evokes a James Bond type caper movie at least. I thought it was going to be an action comedy. I thought it was going to be more of a spoof on James Bond, but it's not really. It's just kind of like they just happened to be spies, but they're not British spies. They're not wearing tuxedos or doing any of the typical James Bond spoofing kind of thing. It just happens to be a buddy cop,
buddy cop movie.
spy movie.
Yeah, buddy agent kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, they just kind of go about Paris being racist.
Yeah, it's got a very American sensibility to it.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like, you know,
Even though Jonathan Rhys Meyers is not American.
He's a fake.
He's a fake, Stefan.
He's a soccer coach.
yeah, like John Travolta has this thing, really has a thing for these Asian dudes, and prefers to refer them as such as well. And then the Pakistanis, he's very American, isn't he?
Remember that bit where he's like, yeah, you gotta watch out for some brown guys or ragheads. And I'm just like, jeez, John, I mean...
I thought that was Aladdin.
And that was from Aladdin himself. It's like, you gotta watch out, Jasmine, for these brown guys or ragheads. It's like,
Wasn't he singing it? Why are you just saying it?
yeah, but he's singing it like, what's that song where they're on the carpet flying around?
Oh, The Whole New World?
Yeah, Whole New World is singing it like that song.
Jumping back a bit, Ryan, what is your history with John Travolta?
John. I know him from Pulp Fiction. I know him.
When you were on Pulp Fiction.
I was there. You know the bag that they have to get the briefcase?
Yeah. Were you the shiny thing?
No, I own the briefcase.
Oh, so you donated it or lent it to the film?
Tarantino stole it. I didn't want to hashtag me too. I didn't want to admit that Tarantino fucked me over, but
You've
he
been
did.
wronged by a big director, but not in the same way as everyone else.
No, but still me too, right? It still counts. This is a great scene. I love this guy.
We're cool with the Asian dudes.
Wrong, brother. And then fucking stabs him. But I just want to say, we've watched a few action movies like Assassin's Creed and Hitman at recent that were very skimpy on the blood and the gore and the violence. This movie does not puss out. There is blood galore in this. He does not fucking puss out.
Not just tomato sauce.
No, well, we don't even know if that was tomato sauce you spilled, because spilling tomato sauce does not have that consistency. Unless it was really watery sauce. But I know Johnny from Old Dogs, Wild Hogs. I can't remember the name of these movies off the top of my head because they all have different names. But Get Shorty. There's a whole bunch of those movies like Get Shorty. It's like a trilogy of them where he plays like this. It's kind of hard to describe. He's like a Hollywood producer, loan shark type of dude, and him and Danny DeVito's in them, and Dwayne Johnson's in one of them, and really entertaining movies. They're very peculiar. I kind of want to do at least one of them on our show because they're kind of like one of these odd. They're just an odd, weird perspective on the Hollywood elite, and it's really good. John Travolta, I've always found him a charismatic actor. He really cares about what he does. He's an actor that I root for because you can't help but root for him because he was in Grease and he was in Saturday Night Fever and he was, in this, and this. And then his career went down the toilet. And
kind of like that guy.
Like that guy. And Quentin Tarantino brought him back into the mainstream. And you can't help but respect that. You can't help but just kind of root for people who do come back. People that you didn't expect to be of interest or of worth in the way that they are. And John Travolta is one of those actors, and I really do love the fact that in the 2000s, during this time, he really grabbed Hollywood by the horns and just pretty much since Pulp Fiction grabbed Hollywood by the horns and just kept making movie after movie after movie. We haven't seen him do anything recently that I can think of. I can't think of it. Oh, he was in that O.J. Simpson TV special.
Okay.
That was very much acclaimed, where he played O.J.'s lawyer, or one of his attorneys, and he was very good in that, I hear, and with Cuba Gooding Jr. from Snow Dogs. So teamed up with one of his dog actor friends, and
friends from films that you weren't on the episode for.
Here's something.
Yeah.
You just said Friends. David Schwimmer, who plays Ross from Friends, is also in the O.J. Simpson thing. So there you go. Friends indeed. So John Travolta, I just root for him, man. I just think he's a weird guy in real life. He's a Scientologist, which I don't like Scientology. I think it's a cult. But hey, he's a pilot. He's just an all-around weirdo guy. Also, I'm just gonna say it. I hate Grease. I've always hated Grease outside of Rizzo and Kaniki. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. It always has a terrible message. It's like, if you can't improve them, fucking degrade yourself and become a whore.
Grease is obviously an unappreciated masterpiece.
No,
according to you.
It's very appreciated.
Grease.
Well, according in his world.
I don't want to spoil anything, but Grease 2 definitely will appear on the show one day.
Woo.
Appreciated and good are two different things, my friend.
So, do you think John Travolta's career is almost similar to Tom Cruise? Because two Scientologists who will get widely mocked online for their rather bizarre behavior, but they're both very dedicated to their craft, to their acting.
No, because Tom Cruise has never fallen out of favor with the box office. Even with stuff like The Mummy, Tom Cruise is still a huge actor. And no offense to John Travolta, but Tom Cruise has a charisma that's more appealing for the general masses. He doesn't embarrass himself as much as John Travolta in creepy ways. Like, he's just kind of off-putting Tom Cruise because he's so artificially happy. And also, Tom Cruise was in Tropic Thunder as the best part, so...
I like that movie.
He's the best part as the agent or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, like, he did... I was talking to Bartek about Rock of Ages, a movie that I do like. Have you seen it?
I hate Rock of
Really?
Ages.
But I thought he was good in that.
He was good because Tom Cruise has a lot of fun at recent times. He did a really great movie called Edge of Tomorrow I particularly liked.
Oh, yes, I want to see that.
Live, Die, Repeat. It has a few names.
Yeah.
It's good. John Travolta is a great actor, and we're allowed to dislike some films that he was in, but not necessarily dislike him.
You're talking about Cruise right now or John Travolta?
John
Travolta.
Okay, just right now. Yeah.
Travolta, man. I'm glad that he did this movie, though, which is From Paris with Love. This is a great stairway case moment in which now mannequins are involved. I just particularly like the action in this movie. We've done a few action movies now. Stefan, you are on one of them, Prince of Persia.
Yes. And the A-Team.
And the A-Team, yes. And have we done any others?
Well, we done Wolf Creek too. That had
that's
action,
true.
I
Yeah,
guess.
That did have some action sequences. Yeah. Horror action. I appreciate a good action movie, and one of the things that makes a good action movie is the sense of space and choreography and pacing to an action scene. Because this scene here is perfect, wouldn't you say? It gives you the layout of what this factory is with the mannequins. You know who's where and where they are, how they can get from here to here to here. You don't get like a map to this place. It's not like the movie goes, like a video game would, stop and go, here's a map to the warehouse. He's going to go...
Work out a plan and go.
Wouldn't it be great? You know what film director would do that? Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez would stop the film and go, here's a map, guys. Point to it, and then it goes, back to the film, and then it would just go back.
Remember to put on your 3D glasses when the heroes.
And your sniff vision, and grab your things to scratch and sniff.
I've never gone to a film with that.
No, have I. But he did have it for Spy Kids 4.
Yeah.
Smell-o-vision. And I just appreciate the fact that this scene here encapsulates, it's got really great choreography, both in terms of the physical and also the cinematography along with it. Adds a sense of it, but also the pacing of it doesn't go too long. It's not too loud. It knows when to just kind of bring the sense of urgency, but also the sense of cartoonishness to it. Because this movie's a cartoon. Yeah. It's a comedy.
Charlie Wax goes like full Chuck Norris, like in The Expendables 2.
But Ryan, clearly this action scene's not that great because the camera's not very shaky.
It is a little shaky here and there, but it's no
Taken to.
It's no Blair Witch Project.
It's no Blair Witch Project. Yeah,
it's no found footage film, I guess. Yeah.
It's no Paranormal Activity where it's just nothing happening either, though. Like it's not just sitting still.
Ryan, let's be fair. Paranormal Activity 3 had a oscillating fan.
That was a fun movie.
I've also seen no Paranormal Activity movie in my life because I want to have a life. So there you go.
I think I've only seen the first 4.
Yeah.
Why?
And there's also like a direct sequel to the first one, which was actually like a Japanese version.
Oh yeah, there was.
Yeah.
It was like a Paranormal Activity 2, but like made by Japanese
in Tokyo.
people.
Yeah.
Was it Paranormal versus Ringu? You know how they do that in Japan, where it's like The Grudge versus Ringu.
I think it was just called Paranormal Activity 2, but you have to like
some Japanese name. Yeah.
Separate it from the actual one.
So you're saying there's too many of them, is what you're saying?
Well, there's actually like, including that one, there's about 7 in total.
7 in total.
Yeah, there was like some spin-off one that I never saw.
Yeah. Yeah, like the spin-off with like for the Latino audiences in America.
Oh my god, you're kidding.
Yeah. It's called The Marked Ones. That was the next one after 4.
That sounds so good.
I was gonna get to it. Yeah.
But is it as good as the sequence here, guys, in which he's on the phone?
I like phone.
And his boss, who we never find out who his boss is, by the way, on the phone. Just like, just call me back when the job's done. Does he call him back when the job's done?
I mean, you have to kill your girlfriend, Ryan, so, you know.
Fiance.
You said wife earlier, so we both made mistakes.
We are all incorrect. Future wife.
We have to wait for Stefan to make a mistake.
She's so cute.
Mistake. She's a terrorist.
She's Polish, though, so she's allowed.
Yeah, mistake would be calling her Caroline or Caroline. Her name is Caroline.
Caroline.
Who calls them Caroline? That was one of the options. Caroline or
if the
Carol.
spelling was different, I guess.
Yeah, Caroline. I mean, you got me there. Oh,
or even just Carol.
You know shit's getting serious. He's taking off his tie. Have you ever had a tie and taken it off and become an action hero?
You know, I feel like I do when I do that. Actually, I'm just like, ugh.
Almost. I wasn't an action hero.
Hey, does that work?
What?
When your battery's low on your phone, do you take the battery out and rub it on your sleeve and then it becomes charged again?
It's not when it's emptied. It's when it's almost emptied. If it's empty, it doesn't work.
Does it work?
Have
you done it?
I haven't done it, but I know it's a thing.
Well, okay, Bartek.
thing.
Here's what you need to do for the rest of the episode.
I don't know how to open my phone.
No, hold on. I will figure it out. But Bartek, what you need to do is turn on your phone and through the whole episode just play lots of games and shit and drain that motherfucker's battery. And then I'm going to rub it on my sleeve and see if it works.
Yeah. Don't you have a phone that you can take the battery out?
I don't have my phone on me, Bartek.
Oh.
I guess it's Stefan has to be the hero.
I have an iPhone,
He's
so
also got one of those phones.
you need like 20 different screws.
You need to like go
20
to
different.
Apple.
Guys, I'll just bang it on the corner of my table until something happens.
Well, an iPhone will break if you sneeze on it, Ryan. So.
Sniffing cocaine in in a lift on the Eiffel Tower.
you
That's
reckon-
such a 2010 thing to do.
Do you reckon it was actually cocaine? You think it wasn't sugar or like salt or something?
Plot twist, it was actually flour, and
Well,
now he's a cake.
This is realistic because the Eiffel Tower is generally that crowded in the lift.
This
'Cause
is
I've been there.
This is filmed on the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, so it is that crowded, maybe even a bit more
I played
crowded.
a
So this is
ga-
very realistic. Wow.
I've played a game where you go to the Eiffel Tower. On it, there's a sword fight, but I don't see any sword fighting here.
What game?
Rhythm Thief.
Sounds
Not
like a
Assassin's
porno
Creed
game.
not Assassin's Creed Unity.
That
Rhythm
sounds like a
Thief.
porno game.
It's not.
Rhythm Thief.
No, it's a rhythm game.
Yeah, that's why I have it, mate.
It's very fun.
Rhythm Thief. Hey, ma'am, I'm here to steal your rhythm.
It's made by Sega.
They sound like porno makers to me.
They made the baby
Sonic Hedgehog?
They made
They do.
Bayonetta.
Baby's Day Out video game.
Oh, Bayonetta's Day Out. I would watch the fuck out of that movie.
Bayonetta's Day Out.
I would watch the fuck out of Bayonetta's Day Out, in which it's her not being a sexual object with weird legs. She's just like having a normal day. Oh, John Travolta, man, he's upset that you spilled his flour. Don't do that, man. I need you to drop that
It's better
later.
than shooting Marvin in the back of the head.
I really thought this guy was going to come back.
I thought he was like a Bollywood actor or something.
Was he?
I don't think so.
He could be.
He could be.
You didn't look up, did you?
No.
Well, Bartek, I'm going to plot twist you here. That
You're the
is
evil one?
the lead actress from Bend It Like Beckham. She's just got a beard now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's Keira Knightley.
What do you think of Jonathan Rhys Meyers' facial hair?
Look, I didn't want to badmouth anyone. I can't grow great facial hair like John Travolta, but I can grow it better than fucking Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Leaves a lot to be desired, huh?
I don't know, it kind of gets better through the movie. Like, I don't know, I feel like his hair grows better throughout the movie. Like, by the
Symbolism,
end,
yeah.
it's better looking, but right now... Yeah, I spit too, man. That guy also spit in the movie.
As he transforms into more of a badass,
I
his
can't
hair
re-
grows with him.
So,
I can't really grow a beard.
You have one.
Doesn't
What
mean
did you
it's
guys
wrong.
think of this moment here, in which, hey, why is she at a brothel?
It's definitely a little bit of a foreshadowing, like a bit of a eyebrow raiser.
Did your eyebrow raise, though? Did you question her enough? Or did you take in the material given to you of, yeah, she's picking up fabric at the brothel?
Well,
Hey, I took his word. He seemed like a very trustworthy guy.
He is.
Well,
That's his problem.
I was on a different dimension there, Ryan. I was more on his side with the whole, oh no, he saw you in a lift with a woman. Like, how are you going to get out of this? And I was focusing more on that.
I agree. I was on that level too, but he's one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Oh, the germ.
Yeah, the guy who looks kind of like a German version of Newman from Seinfeld.
I was thinking that he looked like someone familiar. I wasn't thinking Newman, but
Kramer!
just haven't worked out who. But
Newman. Gee, your daddy, he wanted to be a banker.
I guess he.
That's my favorite Newman scene out of every single Newman scene is the one in
Was
which
that the court one?
the one he goes to court with Kramer.
I actually remember that scene.
and
yes.
he's just like, your daddy, he always wanted to be a banker. And it's just like, what the fuck's he on about? Wayne Knight is one of my favorite character actors. I actually saw him in something recently, the TV show on Netflix called Narcos. He's lost a lot of weight. He's sleazy as ever. He plays like a corrupt lawyer working for Escobar. Not Escobar, one of the other corrupt Colombian drug lords. And Wayne Knight, come back, man. I want to see you in an unappreciated masterpiece, you know? I think we've had him on
Yeah,
before. I can't remember.
I don't know if we have.
But come back, man. You know, Newman, have a Newman show. How
Have a-
good would Newman's show
Have
be?
a new show, man.
Oh my god. He should team up with Bob Newhart. Because Bob Newhart had a TV show back in the day called Newhart, and if you team him up with Newman, they can have a new show called the Newhart Show, and it will be
Newhart
about
Show,
Newman and Bob Newhart both being postal workers and having to work in a Trump America, and they're just like, another bomb, and just throw it away.
Then they go home and watch the news.
And their boss is Sinbad, because he played the postal worker in Jingle All the Way. And there you go.
That could work.
And John Travolta is Trump. He's just like, yo, it's me. And he just does no impersonation.
But bald
I'm John
Trump?
Travolta. I'm terrific.
You mean Trump, right? Trump, if you're listening, take it. I went political.
It's a terrific opportunity. The greatest terrific opportunity.
Bartek, your Trump impression now? Because if we're a real podcast or comedy, we have to make fun of Trump with an impression.
There's a problem though, Ryan. I've already done a Trump impression on this show.
Do it again.
From that film with the two ladies who are getting married.
Bride Wars.
Bride Wars. I did one in that episode.
Listen to Bride Wars, guys. That's a hint.
Yep.
And my Trump impression, what was it? Like, was it good?
I think we both did it in that episode. I don't remember.
Oh, listen to Bride Wars. You'll figure it out. Now, do you guys own a scarf?
I have like
Yes.
3.
Gives
Do
me a
you-
bit of an itch, but I like it.
Do you wear it as fucking sexily as John Travolta wears his?
No.
Because
No
I know
way.
I don't.
I don't know if I've ever worn it like that. I usually wear it a bit tighter.
No, you do. You wear it really tight. Like, I look at Bartek and go, dude, loosen it up so you can look sexy like John Travolta. Also, pop in an earring in the non-gay ear. So
Look,
you can
I just think
be...
breathing is a bit overrated. That's all.
Hey, you're what was the David Carradine? You're David Carradining the situation. He killed him. He accidentally killed himself with erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, autoerotic asphyxiation.
Or autoerotic asphyxiation. I was going to say, like, you could be in accessing it as well, because the singer from In Excess also
Or
did that.
tightening it in excess, yes.
I love,
Tyler Perry?
that's the name of the movie.
Well,
Isn't it? No,
Well, was it
It's a
actually a
reference.
love heart? Because it just looked like kind of like a blob.
it was actually a blob of tomato sauce she spilled on his hat.
Like it looked almost like an upside down spade. Like
I thought you were
from
going to say
the-
like an upside down butt, and I'm like, all love hearts look like butts.
No, like an upside down spade, like the suite of cards, and obviously red.
Oh, I thought you meant a physical spade
Is it pronounced suite or suit?
suit.
Suit, my mistake.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna care. Because you have the sweet life of Zack and Cody.
Well, that's like with an E at the end.
There you go.
The card
so
ones
it's a
doesn't.
suit.
Yeah. You like suits?
I wear them occasionally.
Well, it's better than the other stuff you do with suits.
Fuck them up the ass. You're right.
I was talking about cleaning, but yeah.
I don't clean suits, man. Oh, look, Star Trek. I like that.
So this is the part where I have
Ryan,
a bit of
do you
storytelling,
Do you
some
like Kirk or
exposition,
Spock?
where they establish
Alright.
why he's a chess nerd because he likes Star Trek and he got picked on by the other boys.
That makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Is that it? Is that why he likes chess?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, that's what it's a bit cliched, isn't it? But you know, cliches are good because they work most of the time.
They're true.
Yeah.
You know, I watch Star Trek and I know how to play chess because in Star Trek they introduce the world to 3D chess.
3 dimensions.
Hey Ryan, why doesn't anyone in this film wear a red shirt?
I don't know why.
Was that a question, or I thought you said I don't know why? So I was like, yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Why?
That's why I was asking you because you.
Well, you
you're the
seem to
Star
have
Trek
an
man.
answer.
Yeah, you're setting up as a joke.
Well, I'll give you an answer, buddy. It's because this isn't the Federation, pal. This is like the Romulan Empire, man.
Oh my god, what a dork!
Oh, Bartek's favorite character, 10-year-old with gun.
Dude,
It's like what happened to that kid from 101 Dalmatians after his video game job ended. He just moved to France and got a gun.
it's not far from London.
It's just a tunnel right away.
just a tunnel, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You
It's
just
like an under the ocean.
under ocean tunnel, man.
Cool.
I love how he can get taken down by a bunch of kids, but we've seen him like at least 2 times already, like in the Chinese restaurant, just take out a bunch of adults with machine guns.
So what Stefan's saying is this film's unappreciated because John Travolta didn't kill kids.
Well, he even says so. Like don't fuck with a kid with a gun.
Yeah, like I learnt this one time before. Don't mess with a 10-year-old with a gun. I've also learnt that lesson, buddy.
I think well, obviously this is not the same thing, but I think there was a theory that like if newborn babies had like the mobile abilities of grown people, and they'd probably be evil because they wouldn't be able to control their functions and urges.
And they wouldn't have any idea of what ethics are.
So what I'm saying is these guys are like babies.
They are babies. Now, have you guys ever tried cocaine or blow or 5 grams of blow?
No,
I've
never.
blown on hot food. Does that count?
No.
Then no.
Does like snorting like snow count? I mean, it looks like
snorted
blow.
snow?
Yeah,
I've only snorted basil.
yeah, crack cocaine, man, natural.
I'm looking at both of you and your answers. I'm being sidelined by both of you. Bartek just casually oversteps his mark by saying, I've only snorted basil. We'll get to that in a second. But snow? When you were a kid, is this what you did? You saw the snow and went, I gotta snort it because it looks like cocaine. Or did you as a grown man see snow and think, I gotta snort it because it looks like cocaine?
I was in Colorado, man. I couldn't get any of my own crack, so what am I gonna do?
So that answered my question in a nutshell. Was your child or a man? I was in Colorado. No,
What happens in Colorado?
Well,
you
Bartek
eat
Goes
No,
right
no,
up my
no.
nose.
It's not even that. How old are you? I'm from Colorado. It's like that answers it all. That answers
like
it all.
Denver or what? South Park?
Oh yeah, I
No. Colorado. That's it. That's all you're gonna get.
We're from the state, just like we're Victoria. Well, you're New South Wales.
Happy birthday from Colorado. Oh, sorry.
So, whoa.
Whoa, soz.
Did you give me some basil?
Bartek? Basil? Who is he? Why did you blow him?
No, I snorted him.
Why did you snort him?
Look, I just sniffed
Basil
it.
brush?
It's just funny if you say snort instead of sniff.
Why are you sniffing basil?
It smells nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like you sniffing it up your nose? What's going on?
No, I sniffed up my ear.
Also, Bartek's actual favorite character in the movie,
He actually
polite old man who gives him nice tea that he can only get from this old man because he
What a
grows
nice
his own
guy.
nana.
Mm.
Can we all be this old man? Like, sometimes I look at movie characters and I aspire to be them when I grow up. And I've grown up now. And I need to be this old man.
who's quite cynical about today.
After
Now he's like, no, it's more accepting. He's like, yeah, this is where we're going. Back in my day, we were a lot politer though.
after Fat Albert, I thought I was done wanting to be people, but he just comes and I want to be him.
You
Faith
want
in
him?
humanity restored.
I want to be him, not have him.
I didn't say have, just you want him.
I want to hang out with him in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't want him. I want to be him.
I'm gonna take the scenic route to Colorado.
Ryan, you need to sniff some basil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or some snow in Colorado.
How about both? Give me snow, give me basil, and it will be like a double whammy on that front. I'll be off the chain for days.
Might help your sinuses. I don't know.
Probably make them worse, if anything.
Well, that's what I mean by help. Be more badass.
Yes, when I say help, I mean make worse.
Be badass.
So talk about
lose an eye.
badass. Look at that blood splat.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
He didn't get shot in his ass, but he's a bad guy.
Damn.
you got it, Bartek. Now we get shot in the asshole in this movie.
Well, not even has to be the whole, really.
It has to be the whole or not at all.
But when you
That
hear
was a
people
wrap.
say, "Look at that ass,"
That was
they're
some
not
really
talking about the whole.
fragile
Sometimes-
glass.
Dude, a bullet went through it. What are you talking about? Pretty
He pushed.
fragile.
He just basically just fell through it rather than.
Bartek, if
me.
I shot you into some
Space.
glass,
Yes.
would the glass break?
You mean like you shoot me and the impact sends me onto the
Yeah.
glass? Like me tripping, or like it actually launches me?
It's a bullet going through your chest. It launches you. It propels you.
I'd probably break the glass.
See, Stefan, he's a
unless-
gun expert.
I mean, if it was a like high caliber bullet, I guess.
Well, there you go. See? There you go,
You gotta hit-
Stefan.
you gotta hit-
You're
Bring in the
coming
Mythbusters here.
And the answer is plausible, which is always my least favorite answer on Mythbusters is when they say plausible, which means we don't fucking know. But, we made an episode anyway. Name's Mythbusters. Choose which one you're going to do. You're going to prove it or bust it. Don't come in here and give me half answers so that in 2 seasons' time you can redo it again and get a correct answer. I hate when you do that, Mythbusters. I also hate Mythbusters when they redo it because they did it wrong the first time, and even I, as an audience member, said, "No, you're doing it wrong this time, you idiots!" Like, there's one episode. I'm not going on a Mythbusters tangent here. I'm not. I just want to clear this up right now.
in a tangent.
in a tangent. Mythbusters, there's like one episode very early on where they have to figure out how do you get wetter if you run in the rain or if you walk in the rain. Because if you run, you're exposing kind of more of your body to the rain. But if you walk, you're in rain longer, right? Or if you, like, power walk, right? They do this by testing it in artificial rain that they make. And I, as an audience member, is sitting there going, you fucking lazy pricks. You couldn't just wait till it rained and done it outside to test it. And then 2 seasons later, we're doing this one again about the rain because we figured out that doing it in artificial rain doesn't get the actual results that one would need. No shit! Just do it in a fucking sprinkler if you're thinking that's how it's gonna work. You dumbasses! I'm not saying that I'm a better Mythbuster, but here's the thing. I am.
So what was the answer in the end?
Well, the first time round, they determined that walking gave you less.
Okay.
Second time, it was running.
Huh.
So the one that gives you more in the end is walking?
Walking!
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
I thought so too! You idiots. If you ever come near me, Mythbusters, I'm gonna Mythbust your face.
No, be a guest on our show.
But I do appreciate all the explosions on the show.
Oh, you
They're pretty
appreciate
cool.
it.
It's like an action movie every episode.
Yeah,
For like a second.
Mythbusters just kind of got boring because they did nothing but trying to figure out ways to make explosions. What are you, fucking Michael Bay of nerds? Leave me alone.
Holy shit, Ryan, I think...
Well, unlike
You've hit
these
me-
two...
You've hit a nerve.
Ryan, I think we need to take a break for a few weeks just to let this all cool down.
Unlike these two, though, the Mythbusters didn't really like each other.
Trump will do
They weren't
something,
friends.
so-
They never had dinner together. Unlike these guys, who have dinner together and...
Well, are the
and-
Mythbusters not friends?
Nah, they're not friends.
Aren't they?
No.
They
They
don't
even
like
said
it?
they even said that they never had dinner together once during the show. And
They don't
never
like
talked to
each other?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all like that they hate each other. They didn't like
Well,
each
one
other as
does have a
friends.
weird mustache.
Hey, Ryan and Stefan, have you guys had dinner together?
Yes.
I thought this was dinner. I thought dessert was coming up.
Isn't this movie the main course?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
I
tell
thought this
our
whole thing was like a
audience.
date, honestly.
That's what I'm telling our
Stefan-
audience. This is our experience.
Stefan, will you go to Colorado with me?
Holy
Yeah.
shit, Ryan. You really need a break because you'll be out of state.
It's getting serious now.
Like,
Only
as
if-
an out of state, he'll be out of
Only
country.
if you let me take you to Paris first and bring you love.
You are my love. Bartek, I've got some serious news. Stefan and I, we're Colorado.
Holy
And
shit.
I just got the test results back, and it's Colorado.
Do your partners know?
Colorado.
And this whole thing is very plausible.
And you know, Colorado is like basically just a square.
Very
Colorado.
plausible too.
Colorado.
Well, you said it's plausible, so...
Geography's plausible, because isn't it all just a construct of our brain? Color
Yeah,
inside
well,
the
we don't-
lines, out the lines. I don't care, man.
We don't have a fact checker here, so everything you guys say
Hey,
is
look,
plausible.
it's your favorite part, guys. The bombs.
Oh yeah, when they take out the police.
I just stopped.
I was like, like
I just
where are we up
stopped to
to?
watch it and go, yeah, this is pretty good, Bartek. Yeah, did you see this 5-minute sequence here in which they could have been saving people's lives instead of arguing about how they don't need to save people's lives? And then in the end, the movie kind of actually goes, no, John Travolta's right. No, he's not. I do like the fact that at first you don't think that they're a good pairing, right? But it's that typical, you have the insane loose cannon guy and the guy who straight and does it by the books. And you need those two to always pair up together. Because like John Travolta says, you know, you keep guys like me honest. I like that people only leave now once there's an explosion. Gunshots! I live in a place with graffiti on the walls. I think I know what's happening.
Or maybe they're all immigrants from Colorado.
Man. Colorado, man. Colorado. We've all been there. Now,
You know that Basil's legal in Colorado?
fuck, man. I wish Australia would get Basil legal.
Yeah.
So, Bartek, did you know that their car that they were driving throughout the whole entire movie was rigged to explode with just a force of impact
Yeah.
through the whole movie?
No.
Well, thank God that they didn't get into a minor car accident, or else they would be dead.
Well, you know, Wax was driving, so it's alright.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, because the other guy had to hold the vase.
Oh yeah, by the way, just in controversial opinions, don't like Grease, fucking hate Karate Kid more. That's right, I said it.
Really?
Karate Kid sucks. Bite me.
What about the third one?
The one with Sandra Bullock?
What?
The one with Sandra Bullock.
The third one? Was she in that?
Or was that Hilary Swank? One of them's a girl, right?
Well, that's the fourth one. That was Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank.
I was talking about the third one.
Which one's the third? I don't know.
Third one's one where they basically just rehashed the first one.
I don't like Karate Kid, so why would I know?
What about the second one?
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah, and the first one.
Oh, well, that's different too, because Cobra Kai.
So you only hate the one that you don't know about.
I hate all of them
Yeah.
equally.
What about Mr. Miyagi?
Oh, him. He was alright, but I liked his character better in Three Ninjas.
So you're obviously very excited for that, like, new series?
You mean the one that's a YouTube exclusive? Yeah, I'm so excited for Cobra Kai. The one about, the kids from the original movie, they're friends now and they run a dojo. You want to see that? Stefan?
Sure. I saw Karate Kid like 20 years ago as well.
Far out, man. Give me a movie you've seen recently.
This one, for a start.
Hey guys, it's that Royale with cheese sequence that we all loved so much. You know, I always love it when movies and actors can make references to their previous work.
Well, where's Samuel L. Jackson?
Dude, see that trash bin there? He's in there. He's just he's just in there, man.
So that's why it said motherfucker.
That's why it says motherfucker. And wait, can you hear that? I can hear him saying that he's sick of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane. Yeah.
Oh.
He's doing a movie about snakes and planes. I think he was doing that around then too.
Snakes, planes, and automobiles?
I would watch the fuck out of that crossover movie in which Steve Martin's teamed up with a bunch of snakes and Samuel Jackson is sick of it. Like he's watching a movie about Steve Martin trying to get home for Thanksgiving, but he's just like plagued with snakes, and it cuts to Samuel Jackson in the movie theater like, I am sick of these motherfucking snakes annoying that polite guy Steve Martin, leave him alone, and he just starts shooting the screen, and then credits roll, but with like bullet holes through the screen,
And then Samuel L. Jackson and Steve Martin kiss.
and then a snake goes in the back.
Sexy.
Sounds like a
Oi.
must-see.
Oi, John Travolta, littering? I think that's an offence in France.
I'm glad you had a Travolta because they're both John.
Oh, Jonathan and John are different.
Yeah.
From my friend
Ah,
Charles.
I should have known she was a terrorist. They're easy to lift.
Unlike Polish women,
Well, she's a terrorist. So we lifted her pretty easy.
because they have to eat their grandmother's pierogi.
Oh, don't you feel kind of upset that this movie does on a level say that brown people are terrorists? Because there's this line that he says later where they're having this kind of coy like, hey, we killed a bunch of people today. Ha ha ha. And it's like, they don't know that they actually are telling the truth kind of thing. And he just like says that line about like, yeah, we killed some Pakistani, blah, blah. And then like everyone's silent and you just see her looking offended. But then in the end, she is a terrorist. So like, he's right. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. It would have been better if she was actually innocent and the other chick was a terrorist. Like she's like, no, why did you shoot her? She was innocent. Poor girl. And he's like, brains all over the floor. It's like, shit.
So as we all discovered, this scene has spawned at the time a meme, I guess?
I had never heard of this meme before.
Neither have
Yeah,
I.
me neither.
I, at least when we've done the show, had heard of a couple of the memes that we've seen, like
Race
the
to Witch Mountain.
Race to Witch Mountain with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I've seen that one before, but never had seen this one. What was it called? It was called something like
Skinhead John. or
Skinhead
something?
John Travolta meme, and I'm like, okay. And it's the 4-panel one, right? 4-picture
Yeah.
one of him shooting the chick in
It's
the
like
brain.
girl says something, he looks unimpressed, he shoots her, then he's smiling and there's a punchline.
Yeah. I saw one where it was 5, where it was a wife's
Yeah.
reaction, where the woman's like, what's your problem? And then he just shoots her in the brain, and is like, I got 99, but you ain't one. And then the wife reacting like, "Aw."
Well, oh, you said wife again. It's fiancé.
Waifu.
It's future wife. She's my future. Oh, John Travolta danced. He's known for that.
I've seen Saturday Night Fever
You have.
once.
Have you seen its sequel?
No, I haven't, but I've seen the Cinema Snob review for it. What was it called again?
I can't remember, but I know it's awful. I've seen it, and I didn't like it. I seen it
It
before.
wasn't Xanadu. No, that's
No,
something
Xanadu
else.
is completely different. That's Olivia Newton-John anyway, though.
Yeah.
And she's not in Sunday Night Fever, so come on, man. That's Grease.
You guys ready for the code?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh,
never
he's
heard
looking upset, and here's where the meme comes from. It's him. Oh, shit. Boom!
Oh.
And then her brains are all over the floor. What's going on? Did you think he was crazy, or did you think, shit, she was a terrorist?
Up to this point, he had been right about a lot of things. So even though I was like, this looks like a clear overreaction, knowing that it was Charlie Wax doing it, I was like, could he actually have a point here?
I thought that Charlie Wax was the guy on the phone the whole movie. Like, his boss. And I was
Okay.
actually waiting for a twist that Charlie Wax was just trying to get ingratiated with this guy to get into the embassy. I actually thought, no, maybe Charlie Wax is evil. Wouldn't that be a twist? That he's actually like a fucking psycho nut job. Wouldn't that be a twist? But I was wrong. Stefan?
I can't believe that the poor little innocent hot French girl was evil after all. I can't believe that she was a terrorist.
Well, it's okay. She's actually Polish, so...
Well, that's true.
Stefan's so shocked that he doesn't even
I don't want
consider-
to. I don't want to believe it. Actually,
You don't even want to consider the fact that John Travolta might have been evil.
I mean, he's bold.
I
That's
think
usually
John
an evil
Travolta-
man.
He obviously knew because like he's a Scientologist and his religion told him.
Yeah,
like, his-
Xenu.
Xenu told him that this girl is probably a terrorist.
Not to be confused with the Xanadu.
I was about to tap you and go, Xanadu. How good would that movie be?
Oh yeah.
Where it's about getting Olivia Newton-John as a Scientologist in the disco scene. Xanadu. I'll watch the fuck out of Xanadu. It would be the best movie ever. Xanadu. John Travolta. I know you're listening. And you like to finance and make your own movies about Scientology, Battlefield Earth being one. Could you please make Xanadu? I'd watch it. Get Olivia in it if you want. She's not up to much. Is she still alive? Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think she is, yeah.
They're doing a movie here in Australia about her, I'm pretty
We
sure.
can visit her after the episode.
With
I'm
Delta
sure.
Goodrum as Olivia Newton-John.
And
I don't know who's playing you in the Olivia Newton-John biopic, but it's not me, and I'm really upset about that, because
And-
I reckon I could do a good John
You're
Travolta.
talking about was it the TV one?
Yeah, the TV movie.
Delta Goodrum, yeah.
and if Olivia Newton-John is listening, hi.
Hello.
Hey, last time I remember hearing about you was you walked the Great Wall of China. Good job.
I saw the film A Few Best Men, I think it was called.
She was in that, and she was good,
Yeah, I remember it being a good movie.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the biggest sign that she was evil was that, proposing to him basically with a weird ring. I'm just thinking, because they don't establish that it's like February 29th when
No,
the
she
women
was
are
just
supposed
sick of
to.
waiting. Maybe I said, French thing, right?
Yeah. The French can't wait. They're in your pants.
Oh, come on. You didn't need to chuck that plank of wood off. John Travolta's too big for that plank of wood. It would have just broken.
Broken anyway. Yeah, you screwed yourself
If
over.
anything, yeah, you should have kept it there. So he would have went, hey, 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 and then just ran over it and it snapped and he died. His bald head hit the fucking cement down
Yeah,
below.
Carolyn. Listen to me, Carolyn.
It's Caroline.
Caroline.
Get it right.
Run, Caroline.
Hey, she could have done a good Tomb Raider. Look at her run. Get any European actress that's small build to be, Tomb Raider. What's Tomb Raider's name?
Lara Croft.
Yeah. Get anyone other than Angelina Jolie who's still perfect. Like,
I liked her, but I liked the new one too.
Jumping back a bit, what were you saying about February 29th?
oh, that's when women can propose to men for marriage.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. But
It's
alright.
socially acceptable for when, because
Women,
society
right?
says that men
Well,
have
it's
to
a good
propose.
thing that it's a day that comes every year, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what
That's
makes
the
it
joke.
special.
Okay.
So
It's like, one of my favorite gags on the TV show Leno and Woodley is his birthday's on that day. So he's like, I'm not even how old I'm supposed to be. I can still play in the under 8s basketball team and all of that.
Right.
So here's where we have the down moment in which, everything's gone to
once
shit.
in
But it's
Africa,
okay
once
because
in the Middle East.
John Travolta also has fallen in love with people who have betrayed him in the past. Who were they? You have to stick
Watch
around
the
for.
prequels.
You have to stick around for that game of chess at the end to hear about them.
Oh yeah.
And then and then kind of you at home have to get your copy of audio editing program and film program and mute the funky soundtrack and just kind of amp up the dialogue between the two actors to hear the story. I don't want to give it away, but the story is pretty good. It could make a prequel where you have... Who would you cast as young John Travolta?
Let's see.
They have to be bald.
They have to be bald?
Yeah, because that's Charlie Wax's look.
Can they become bald in the film, maybe?
Yeah, they get bathed in radiation, and he's like, "Oh, my wax powers!"
Tom Holland, who plays the new Spider-Man, the really young guy, and just shave his head. You know,
Hey,
he seems
guys.
like a fun guy.
Hey guys, it's me, Tom Holland. It's like casting Jesse Eisenberg.
Well, I heard the guy that's playing Han Solo in the new movie got acting lessons, so he probably knows how.
Who
Yeah,
would I
give him the role.
cast? Oh fuck, they're casting him as young Harrison Ford, like 3 years younger. I would cast as a young Johnny Travolta. Shit, dog. I don't know. Like, they have to be young. That's the problem. Like, it would be fun to say, oh, Tom Hardy, but he's older now, right? Idris Elba. There you go.
Michael Cera.
I
Michael
cast
Cera
a
would be
black
good.
guy as my version.
Yeah, I had to pick a white guy, you know? And a
Idris
young
Elba. Now, guys, you live in Melbourne.
guy. So do you.
Melbourne, yeah.
That's a city.
In
just-
Florida, but also Australia.
No, it's a city. Is there a city in Florida, though?
I don't know.
Well,
So,
there is a place called
guy-
Melbourne in Florida.
Guys, this is we live in a city, and France with Paris is a city, right? Now,
It's like the same thing.
Stefan,
Yes.
if I rang you up for less than a minute at a public telephone near a highway in Melbourne, and then I ended it, and Bartek had to trace the call, but he couldn't, would you guys be able to figure out by turning down my audio where I was by just cars and trucks going around in the background?
Well, I will try my darndest, man. I'll be like, okay, there is level crossing removals going on around here, so I know you could be in any one of these locations. There's definitely trams. The Melbourne Comedy Festival's going on right now. There's some laughter. I think I've got this down. Actually.
CBD.
I'd say I can do this, and as I'm shitting myself, I'll point at a place and like, it's here. And just
And then
pray
you-
that I'm right.
And then you're wrong. Dead wrong.
And
I'm
then
actually-
Scientology failed me again.
I'm actually still at home. And I just put on some truck noises on the background on my computer
And
just to
then-
throw you off. Hey,
and
how
then
come
the
that hasn't
Polish
happened?
president in Melbourne, dies.
The Polish president.
Well, because it's like I can't say the Australian,
Why not the
government
American?
leader, because I'm not American.
Yeah, but America is what's...
But America is the country of the main character, and if I'm the main character, but I can't pick Australia because we're in Australia, then I have to pick the next
What,
best
you
thing,
don't want
Polish.
Malcolm Turnbull to get fucking
Well,
exploded by me?
he can't be visiting Australia because he is Australian.
No, that's true.
So it has to be Andrzej Duda.
Yeah, is that the Polish president?
Yep,
Are they alright?
I think so. On the night he was elected, he called my stepmom, so that was weird.
Did he... Oh, here's my favorite character in the movie. I know I've said it a lot.
The driver.
I love the driver. I actually kind of wanted to see a buddy movie about them two.
Yeah, is he even named? He kind of pops up at
No,
the
he's
end,
just
but
driver.
He's awesome.
You know what's really awesome about him? He
He
fucking
drives.
is awesome at driving. Like, in a movie like this, they would usually, like, crash, or maybe they would get shot, and John Travolta would have to push him out and do better driving than him. This guy never fucking fails at driving. Like, there's films like Baby Driver and Drive, where it's about excellent drivers. No, this guy's better than all of those.
He's better than the driver from Vice City.
You.
The driver mission,
Stefan
you're referring
Rage
to?
quit the game because of this mission. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Vice City. Have you played it? Ryan?
I've never played a Grand Theft Auto properly outside of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, there's a mission that's just impossible. It's called The Driver. Anyone listening who's played it will know it.
It's
And
a
I just
notoriously
raced it.
hard racing mission.
So I just
Have you
stopped.
beat it?
Yes.
So it's not that
Fun
hard.
fact though, it's optional, so you don't have to beat it.
It's not as bad. Is it as bad as in Destroy All Humans 2, in which you have to do a tower defense?
Well, I've actually beaten the driver, so
So yeah, it's a lot easier
I had to use a glitch to beat the mission you're talking about.
in Destroy All Humans 2.
Yeah.
Destination London. No.
Well, it was a San Francisco mission, but yes.
Yeah, no. Agent... Destroy All Humans 2! Agent Cody Banks, Destination London.
Is
So-
Anthony Anderson in it?
He's Crypto, the alien. If Anthony Anderson ever had a purpose, it was to be sent to Earth to destroy all humans.
Yeah. I couldn't understand what Crypto was saying the whole game because, he speaks French.
No, it's translated for us into a thick Anthony Anderson voice.
Man, how long? It doesn't really say how long they were together for, but this woman played the long game.
Hey, Stefan, you're in a relationship, yes?
Yes.
I'm in a relationship too. Do you have photo albums of just your partner and not of you and her together or you and them together?
Believe it or not, even on Facebook, there's only like a handful of less than 5 images of us.
Ditto.
It's probably more of you and me.
Same here.
Yeah, there probably is actually.
That says a lot.
You with your old haircut pointing at the Smash Brothers Brawl pause screen.
Oh yeah, that was pretty disgusting actually. My hair, that is.
Stefan was disgusting.
Oh, I
That's what I'm
was
saying.
We're not
not.
even going to post the episode. We're just going to post that picture.
Yeah, not
Could
even
that be
the
thumbnail to the episode.
not even the actual image that was in the Smash Brothers of.
Just
Yeah,
his
we
hair.
did Diddy Kong,
Diddy Kong.
humping Game & Watch's nose.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't even have that either. That's always like a movie thing, right? Ah, yes, let me go through my giant photo album of just my partner. Not even of them together. It's just like, oh, here she
Do you
is.
imagine like a really young director would put something like that in the film?
Nah. Nah.
Bartek, have you seen when the Game Grumps, the video game Let's Players, for those who don't know, when they're playing the video game Shadow the Hedgehog, the spin-off of Sonic the Hedgehog, and the President of the United States, for some reason, has images picture of Sonic and Shadow.
I didn't see it from Game Grumps, but I know about it, yeah.
It's so stupid. The President of the United States just has some random guys on his table, not
Why
his family.
wouldn't he? Aren't they heroes?
Well, Shadow's a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah, but did he save the world at any point?
Yeah, I guess he did.
Well, in Shadow,
Well, when you have a picture of him on your fucking desk, if you're the
I
president,
think in the Shadow...
salute him every episode of
I think
the
in-
show.
I think in the video game Shadow the Hedgehog, you can kill the president, right?
I think maybe you can. I can't even remember.
My-
Possibly.
My
Yeah.
question is, who plays Shadow in the show? There's shows, right, of Sonic where
Oh, in the
animated
anime.
shows. Yeah, like
The
Sonic
anime.
Boom or Sonic R. Like
what's the
Sonic X.
one with Jaleel White?
Oh, that was before Shadow was a thing.
They should have got Jaleel White to play Shadow in the newest versions, and he's just doing his Sonic voice from back in the day, but they've put like a deeper sound effect on it because I imagine he's like deeper, right?
A bunch of internet people made a like Sonic short film pilot thing, and they had Jaleel White play Sonic in that.
Live action?
Yeah, like it had all
Oh
these,
my
like,
God, you're
it had
kidding.
all these internet people like the Angry Video Game Nerd, Doug Walker, and like all these sorts of internet people.
Wow, I
High
gotta check that out
tier
later.
quality.
You guys
A
know
fun
that?
fact, Ryan, Doug Walker doesn't say a single word, he just makes weird faces.
Good. I don't need him to say words.
The shoulder injury that what's his name got earlier on. There
A
was
bullet.
There was quite a lot of blood there. He recovered from that fairly quickly. You know?
Stefan, have you been shot in the shoulder?
Yeah, several times.
Well,
Several
as you would
times.
know, the shoulder doesn't have major artery there, so you
That's
should be
true.
fine.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but still a lot of blood.
I've shotgunned before.
You've shotgunned?
I've
Did
shot
you?
a gun, shot a few guns.
Did you
Oh,
get? Did
I
you get
thought
the
you-
front seat?
Hmm?
You talking about the front seat or?
I shot handguns.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought
Rifles?
you meant like a shotgun, as in the car.
No, I haven't used a shotgun.
I thought he meant I've shotgunned like a beer, you know,
Oh,
like you
okay.
chug a beer, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Bartek, no need to brag about shotgunning, okay?
I don't-
He was
I
being
agree.
he was being literal. He's actually shot a gun and we're just like thinking metaphors.
That or Bartek saying, I am a shotgun. Like, I am a gun. You can shoot me. You just have to make sure.
It's like how Spider-Man is shot web.
Yeah,
that's true.
Shotweb. The newest Spider-Man movie from Marvel is
Come
just
on.
Spider-Man
Shoot
Shotweb.
him. Shoot him.
No, dude, he can't. He just
does
went past.
shoot
He
him.
does that meme. How do I shot web?
Okay, just wait.
Hey, I've got a question. If I am a terrorist with a car full of high explosives,
And you haven't said a single word.
hold on. If I'm a terrorist with a car full of high explosives, if you shot me with another explosive device, would that still set off my explosives?
Well, doesn't it like explode when he's in the air, like here?
Yeah,
Oh,
look,
yeah, there you go.
but that just looks like a normal car explosion. Like, if that's a whole car full of explosions that's supposed to take out a whole motorcade, wouldn't that be a bigger explosion than that where it looks like just when a car normally explodes in a movie?
Well,
like,
if a car's already been exploded, then the explosions that are still on it won't really trigger the things that'll create another explosion because it's already exploded.
do you understand what I'm saying, though?
I do, and that's what I was talking about in response, why it wouldn't be a thing.
Because
I know I said the word explode a lot, but
yeah,
it made
but
sense to
wouldn't
me.
it be like you still have the volatile substances?
Like concealed petrol or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and all of that.
Well,
So
wouldn't the bazooka have, set that off?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't it have been a bigger explosion than what it was if it
I've
was?
never really thought about it if it happened twice, but I would imagine that the first explosion would, unconceal it, so...
Yeah, but it would be a bigger explosion, right? You don't solve explosive device problems with explosions
Just
most
to be
of
clear,
the time.
Ryan, the punchline to this isn't Mythbusters, is it?
Busted! Plausible. There was an episode of Mythbusters. I don't want to go about this again, but I will.
Go for it.
You know, in Mythbusters, they always have that, plexiglass
I
thing.
haven't seen that much of it.
What, so they can watch the explosions?
Yeah, so they can watch the explosions. Like in a giant box of plexiglass.
Yeah, I've seen
In, the first season, the guy with the mustache is like, yeah, this thing's bulletproof. And then later on, they get injured because it isn't bulletproof. The guy was fucking wrong the whole entire time. And he has a whole thing where he's like, I never said that. And they just kept cutting to footage of him saying it throughout the whole series of how it, withstands, anything, like bullets and something. And he's like, I never said that.
They go, busted.
Busted.
How about busted?
And that's when the little clunky writing comes up. Busted! Hey, wouldn't it be great if it wasn't a gun, it was just a can of Pepsi?
My
It was a
can!
metal detector.
All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
Oh yeah, it would be his energy drink. He's got a can!
But even John Travolta was smart enough to actually have one can of energy drink among those fakes.
Did he though?
Well, he drank
Because
from it,
no,
didn't he?
hold on.
I'm holding.
Did he actually have an energy drink inside that can? Because all he did was go, look, open up the can, and then drunk, but we never saw liquid, and we never heard any. He
But
could have just
after
been
that-
opening it, and then slugging it, and there's a gun in there.
Look, this doesn't entirely disprove my contention, but afterwards he did offer it to the guy.
Yeah, but he kind of knew that the guy wouldn't have any.
Well, you can't really be 100% sure on
but
that.
he was.
But even then...
Because he's Charlie Wax. Wax on, wax off.
You know, the first time I watched the movie, I didn't get the wax on, wax off thing.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, but I got it later.
A film I hate.
And no, the thing was because his last name's Wax. I
You
didn't...
know what other films I hate?
Well, that's the episode, so go ahead.
Other films I hate?
Well, you've talked about a few, right?
Well, I've never really liked the Harry Potter movies.
Really?
I mean,
You like Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets.
Have you seen all of them?
I stopped after the fourth one and came back for the last two. And you know what I really hate? I hate Prisoner of Azkaban. Everyone fucking loves Prisoner of Azkaban. I hate it. It's so long and yellow. The whole filter of the movie is like, hey, you know how the first two Harry Potter movies were fun and colourful? Let's tinge this whole fucking movie in greys and yellows.
I thought Prisoner of Azkaban was tinted, pale white.
My friend...
Greys and yellows.
Wasn't the fourth one more...
Nah, that's
I'm not
Goblet
sure.
of Fire.
Grey, I can believe. But
Goblet of
Fire
Fire's more blue and grey.
I thought Prisoner of Azkaban was more blue and grey.
Nah, man. Nah.
I have this friend who has a podcast called Spoiler Alert. Check it out. Just talking about movies. He reckons that Prisoner of Azkaban is the perfect movie because it's like a million different genres in one.
He should invite me on the podcast and I'll prove him wrong.
You should watch Doom 2.
Well, the podcast is over actually, but
Well,
spoiler alert.
He should bring it back so I can prove him wrong. And that friend was actually Stefan. He's just
No, it
like,
wasn't.
I just wanted to let you guys know I had a podcast in which I talked about Prisoner of
Stefan's gonna
Azkaban being the
cry on
best.
the way home.
How could he say that?
I know he doesn't know it's me, but...
I know that a perfect movie is Big Fat Liar, but I'm a fool.
I've mentioned the movie that John Travolta's been in that I've disliked. It's the 2012 film Savages.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're wrong on that because that was an Oliver Stone movie and he's an artist.
Oh, you're right. My mistake.
He made Wall Street. You know Wall
The real life Wall Street?
You know what my favorite part of the film Wall Street is?
Mm-hmm.
So you know of the film Wall Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do know of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know Michael Douglas, Charlie Sheen are in it, right?
Yeah.
Right, and it's, you know, all about Wall Street, and, you know, it has the great speech, greed is good, and you follow Michael Douglas, and you're like, yeah, greed is good. The best thing that no one ever mentions about Wall Street is, yeah, it has all these cool characters, and it's all about greed and corruption, but it has the most out-of-place soundtrack in the world, because it's the Talking Heads. David Byrne, the singer from the Talking Heads, did the soundtrack to Wall Street. And all of Wall Street is just Talking Heads. It's just like, you have a scene of like Charlie Sheen like counting money, and it'll just be like, Psycho Killer, Kaskasane, and you're just like, what's going on? Why is this playing? And it's like, you have scenes where it's like, oh, this music would be great if you had a score here, but instead you'll just have Burning Down the House playing. You're like, why is this? And then you see David Byrne did the music, and you're like, of course he did, of course he did. Like, they have a great scene near the end in which Michael Douglas gets done, but they're just playing fucking Talking Heads in the background, and I'm just sitting there as a fan of the Talking Heads going, this song has nothing thematically in connection with this movie or the scene at all. What's going on?
But are you a fan of this amazing shot that's about to come up?
Headshot?
Yes.
Clean headshot. Didn't get it between the eyes, which is what a normal movie would do. He just got it in the fucking brain.
Yeah, I've heard to like aim more towards the nose than the forehead.
Yeah, because it's a definite kill shot. That could just be a brain damage shot, but, you know, it's not. Nice
I've never
mole.
seen like such a detailed vision of like what a suicide bomb may potentially look like. I don't know if it actually looks like that. Maybe it could look like that for the movie, but
Stefan, I don't want to ruin it, but people don't fall that slowly once being shot in the brain. I do like the fact John caught her because, you know, when she falls,
Which
it's
John?
still Travolta. I've been making sure to call one John and one Jonathan. Give me a break. Give me a break. I just want to talk about how when she falls, it could still go off because it's a shockwave vest. So, oh look, I like how it looks like a headphone jack.
yeah.
She was actually listening to an MP3 song.
Earlier, when he made the explosive to kill the guys, he plugged it in like a headphone jack looking thing.
What he was really doing was just charging his phone.
All you need to make a bomb nowadays is an iPhone. Possibly.
That's why you guys didn't want me to touch your phones. They're bombs.
Well,
Guys, help me.
Well, no,
Bartek's got a bomb in his phone.
No,
honestly, if you chucked it in a fire, it probably would explode. You know, the battery and stuff. It probably would.
If you put it in a microwave, more like.
But if you strapped a bomb to it, then shot it, would the bomb explode twice?
Which would explode first?
Well, here's the thing though, Bartek. In the defense of that idea, would you be shooting the bomb that's attached to the phone or the phone and hoping that it will go through to the bomb?
Shooting the explosive parts of the phone.
It will explode more. Yes. You know when you play a video game, right?
Yes.
And you shoot barrels and they explode?
Yeah.
That's real life, yeah.
That does happen though.
Yeah.
That's what should happen with that car.
Only if they're red.
Now, you know when you throw a grenade into those and there's a bigger explosion in video games?
Mm-hmm.
That's what would have happened with his car. With the rocket launcher.
More that there's just two explosions rather than a
Yeah, but they're one explosion.
Like if you throw a grenade at a car in GTA, the grenade will blow up and then the car will blow up.
Okay. Well, that's because video games aren't real.
Real life.
Yeah. Neither are movies, really.
Unless you're playing, you know, the most real life game ever, which...
Tetris, what?
No. Jeez, Bartek. I was gonna say the legendary game, The Fifth Element, the game.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
which ties back in to Luc Besson, which is, this film is inspired by a story he once told.
Where was he when he told the story?
France with love.
Ah.
Nah, Colorado.
Oh, I see, yes.
You know, I love how at the end he gives him pictures of his former fiance, now deceased. I don't know about you, Ryan, but if my girlfriend tried to kill me and I killed her first, well, before she killed me, I don't think I would keep the photos, would you?
What
if she was my fiance, I would.
That's true.
What if all that happens, but earlier in the film, it was film because this is real life. Earlier in the real life, it was established that you wanted the photos.
Colorado.
Colorado
Yes,
is
I
my
see.
answer to that.
Colorado's my
Plausible.
answer, and the film has now ended, and it's time for our reviews and rating. I'll go straight off the bat. Colorado. Bartek. That's actually going to be it, just Colorado. Bartek.
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. And Stefan.
Just give me a second.
Put down the basil and give us your review. South
Wrong
Park,
one.
Colorado?
Yeah, I definitely do give it a South Park, Colorado. A Colorado Springs, a negative 28 degrees. It's still getting sunburned.
I like how
rating.
Ryan, your one was a state, mine was a city, and yours is a town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was mine a state as in, like, a state of
Colorado.
mind?
Colorado is one of the 50 states, isn't it?
I am a state of mind of Colorado, so there you
We're all
go.
having a state of mind then.
Colorado. Now Bartek has some comments from...
We're not going to do a real review.
No, that was it. I covered it.
Okay. If you don't like this episode, give us 1 star on iTunes.
Now, if you guys listen to this episode thinking that this was going to be the John Travolta Bubble Boy movie, soz.
If you thought
That's a TV movie. We don't do those.
And if you thought that this was going to be the Jake Gyllenhaal Bubble Boy movie, then you've actually picked the wrong episode. We've actually done that.
We've already done that one.
And if you thought, like I did, that this was going to be some sort of James Bond porn parody set in France, then, you know, I'll probably be giving it 1 star.
There
No,
you
it won't
go.
be.
So, there you go. There's our actual reviews. Bartek has comments from YouTube. Now, was this from the trailer?
Yeah. The official trailer.
And these are all real people.
Well, these are all
Sorry,
real
let me
comments.
say that again without less hiccuping. And they're all real people.
Well, they're all real comments.
Okay, some of them could be robots.
Mm-hmm.
Bleep blop. And then they laugh in French.
Ho, ho, ho.
They're aliens.
The first comment is... This is gonna be a kick-ass movie. You have 2 great effin' actors. John Travolta has never looked better. Jonathan Rhys M is one hot ass man. I would watch it for the good-looking men. It wasn't for their talent alone, because they put talent with 2 L's. So
I just love the phrase, "is one hot ass man." Like, is he either A, guy who's into asses, B, gay, or C, he has a hot ass?
To see which,
or
which,
D, a girl.
yeah, to see which,
Well, no, it says man.
which ring, which ear is his ring on? Then we'll figure it out.
Not earring, ring.
Just ring.
Yes, ear.
And it's a copy of the new movie Rings. There's the DVD hanging from his ear because you said ring. It could be
I
the
did.
movie ring.
Could be a finger ring.
This next
cock ring.
Cock ring, yes.
This next series of
Finger
comments
ring.
is a back and forth between 2 people.
I love 2
Ooh.
people.
People saying it was a bad movie have no good taste in anything and just butthurt bandwagoners saying the same shit as the other idiots. Heard another movie that does this or that. STFU princess.
Wow, that's of them.
The response is, the movie sucked. Now put your shirt back on, princess. The initial commenter responds,
My shirt's on.
elaborate on how it sucked then? If there was sequels, I could see them sucking, but this wasn't a bad movie at all. Plus, come on. We get to see JT bald. Also, stop paying so much attention to my picture if it makes you that insecure.
Great argument. There is no sequel. Therefore, it is okay.
The response to that is, it doesn't make me insecure, it makes me horny. If your eyes weren't so selfish, you'd see that.
If your eyes weren't so selfish, I know what, that's something I'd love to use when I'm having an argument with my fiance. I'll just be like, if your eyes weren't so selfish, you would see I'm right.
If they were as sad as Obama's.
Stefan, next time we have you on the show, you have to remind us that you know, if our eyes weren't so selfish, we would be better hosts of the show.
The initial
would be.
commenter responds, "I can't see your orgasms behind the monitor." To which that person responds with, "Now you're just being creepy," and in brackets, zips pants up. "Good day, sir." And the final response from the initial commenter is, "I was just explaining myself for the false accusations made at me." And then a sad face with a C.
Objection. And then it becomes what's that video game? The one about the lawyers?
Ace Attorney.
It just becomes that. You know what? That has to be an image on the page where it's like a back and forth, but they're the Ace Attorney images. You know how they are in the game?
Yep.
With like little text bubbles. That's that conversation. That felt like an Ace Attorney back and forth for no apparent reason. Zipping up pants. I was just trying to defend myself.
The next comment is something we were all thinking. This is gonna be Battlefield Earth epic.
It was.
The next comment is, Johnny Battlefield Earth Travolta is in it. This has FAIL written all over it. Hail Xenu!
That was great.
The next comment is... Sorry, I just got confused by it.
I'm confused too, man.
Me too.
Buy that! But tough guy, no way. And what's with the bald head? Come on, is that supposed to make him look tough? It makes him look like a wannabe. I'll pass.
I think it does well for him.
I was confused because I didn't read the first line. I'm sorry, and I actually had a point about this one. I'll read it again. Travolta as a tough guy, I just can't get past that. It's just not realistic at all. A funny guy, I'll buy that, but a tough guy, no way.
I'll pass.
So he's basically judging Travolta, which I think is wrong.
Rude.
Unless he's a judge, then you can do that, man. If you're a judge, you can judge him. But like, if you're not,
No objections.
do you
there.
have the legal right? Just think about that as a not judge.
The next comment feels like it's a response to something, but it was standalone. I agree. This movie looks gay. It has a limp dick, lol.
Oh man, we missed it, boys. We missed the limp dick.
But then the next comment is just simply fucking awesome. Fucking spelt with an E-N.
The same guy.
Same guy.
No, just someone.
Oh.
3
Good on
exclamation
him.
marks, all caps, you know.
Do
This next one is really gonna boil your blood, Ryan.
Oh, it's about Mythbusters, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Adam Savage, I know this is you writing this, you fuck!
It's this person...
You shouldn't have used artificial rain in that one test. I know you. You didn't have enough for that other season, right? You needed to fill in a quota. You needed to go, oh, we just don't have enough myths busted. You idiot.
He's such a loose cannon. He is the Charlie Wax of the Mythbusters.
I like how the Mythbusters apparently had too many myths to bust, so they needed to hire a whole team of people that no one likes. No one likes the other people that aren't the two main myth-busting guys, right? No one cares about the little Asian guy who looks tired all the time, or the redhead chick, or the stoner guy. No one cares about them. We came in for the ginger and the guy with the beret, and apparently they're just busting too many myths to do it on their own. Oh!
Well, you were happy when they were dumped from the show, like in the last 2 years,
Well,
right?
actually, Ryan, the comment is about them justifying why they're not going to see the movie.
Oh, I'm pretty angry now.
I'm sorry I said movie, I meant movie.
Oh, now I'm even more angry!
The comment is, right, looks interesting, but they should have given it another title. The title is plainly similar to From Russia with Love, which is a James Bond movie from 1963. Change the title and I'll go see it.
Change your fucking name, buddy. What's your name? I'll tell you what it is. Loser. Because this movie was awesome. It had John Travolta bald in it with a gun. What do you have? Just a pathetic little YouTube channel to write mean comments on.
Holy shit.
Damn, that was pretty savage.
I was going to be like devil's advocate, but I got
Adam
nothing.
Savage.
Yeah, that was pretty out there.
That was pretty Adam Savage.
I was going to say that if you weren't.
The next comment isn't a response to that, but I feel like it can be. Yeah, James Bond movie was From Russia with Love, but I bet this is better.
Of course it's better.
Snap.
With the next comment, the first word of this comment is spelled H-E-A-Z. The comment is, he's bald!
Yes, he is.
That's an objective truth.
So you wouldn't read it as he has bald.
Hey, it's bold!
Also, it's
bruh.
all caps and 1 exclamation mark.
So, a little yelly, but not too much.
Yes. 4 more comments left, guys, then we can be done.
Go! Go! Can I read one?
Do you want to read one?
Let me read one. Let me read the last one.
Oh, okay.
Let Stefan read this one.
Okay, I will highlight it then.
Just like a pain to your existence. Stefan, use your radio presenter voice for this one, please.
Okay, here's the comment. Really good movies like Look Who's Tackling, I think that meant talking, 2, 3, and 4, Battlefield, Space, Earth, Old Dogs, Wild Hogs, Staying Alive, The Man Has Detonated More Bombs Than Al-Qaeda.
Hey, it's Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda, oh yeah, it is spelled Al-Qaeda, or Al-Qaeda, whatever you want to spell it. That was actually pretty funny, like it kind of ended, it ended well. It was a bit of a struggle to get to the end, but it was worth it.
Sometimes the journey isn't what matters, it's the destination.
Exactly.
From Paris with Love.
Unknown.
Alright, 3 more comments left and I'm only allowed to read 2 of them.
That's right.
This movie looks wicked retarded. I'll probably end up watching it.
And they did.
The second last comment and the last one that I am going to read. So if I die, I will never read another comment.
It's okay, we know you'll live because you're the evil one.
Ryan,
Spoiler.
not at the end yet.
Plot twist.
The second last comment is, gotta love John Travolta. And please don't get me started on Jonathan Rhys Meyers. Yummy!
Where's Jonathan Taylor Thomas in all of this?
Where is Jonathan Taylor Thomas full stop, Ryan?
Well, he's going to be our next... he's going to be the next president, right?
I hope so.
So I get to read the last one?
Yes, it's one that I just thought, nice way to end it because it's nice.
I can't wait for it to
Very
be a
bottom
really
line.
cruel comment.
The very bottom line.
Oh, it's spelled incredibly wrong. Agreed, but you have to admit, it's juicy.
Now, what was that third word you said there, Ryan?
You. Agreed, but you have...
Sorry, the fourth word.
Have is spelled A-H-V-E.
So could you say it as it's spelt?
Agreed, but you have to admit it's juicy.
There we go.
So, that was the YouTube. And that was us. We did it. We talked about From Paris with Love, but we also talked about many other things.
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters being hacks.
Mostly that.
Explosions.
If Stefan has a picture of his girlfriend, which apparently he doesn't really have many of, nor do I.
And that one state in America.
Bartek informed us who the president of Poland was and how they contacted his stepmom. I'm pretty sure he told us that once before on the show, but it's good to hear it again. You guys, as always, have been fantastic, amazing, wonderful listening people. Stefan, a pleasure to have you on the show once more.
Thank you. I'll be back.
That's what he always will threaten us with.
Yes.
Bartek, a pleasure to be hosting with you once more. This time I actually get to be on the show when we do a John Travolta movie, so thrilled that I got to exist for this John Travolta film.
Yeah, finally you're stepping up.
And if you guys want to support us, well, you can. We're Spit and Polish Presents. You can give us a review, a rating on iTunes. That always helps people kind of find us. We have a YouTube channel, Facebook channel. We're on Podbean, iTunes, all that. Spit and Polish Presents is the name where you'll find us under all of those platforms. We're on many other podcast hosting sites and stuff. So, yeah, you'll kind of find us out and about. But until next time, listening people, you have to remember something very important. This is deadly serious.
Is it a single word?
Mythbusters are a bunch of hacks. But also, remember to be kind to each other.
And Colorado, yes.
Colorado.
So, now it's the part that everyone's been waiting for. There were very subtle hints throughout the episode, but who was the evil one?
Who was it?
Who do you think was the evil one?
Gotta dig deep at this one. Could the evil one be the audience? Think
Ryan, you've just blown my mind with how wrong you are.
Who is it?
It's obviously the person that gave us a 2-star rating on not IMDb, the other one, iTunes.
The audience.
Nah, just kidding, you're alright.
You're alright.
It was
yeah,
me.
It was Bartek?
Yeah.
Stefan, did you know that?
Yeah, I knew I wasn't evil just because I was annoyed this wasn't like some James Bond porno. Doesn't mean I'm evil.
I ignore personal space. touching Ryan right now, I guess. I mean,
We just gave you like a lot of personal space and a bit of like dead air.
But Bartek is just wanting to touch your ears with dead air.
That's my only crime. It's good enough to be evil, right?
That and just being a lover. It's his other crime.
Yes, a lover. From Paris with lovers
It's
like
actually
Bartek.
pretty easy to be a lover when you don't respect personal space.
Mm.
Colorado.